Avoid skipping. Why doesn't she give you a call or text first? The truth is that she doesn't mishap, it's an examination. She is watching to see how you will respond. Will you remain self-assured and unflinching, or will you pursue her and lose her respect? Your response reveals your worth as a man. Stay with me because I'm going to tell you exactly how to flip the script so that she misses you and reaches out to you first. Don't leave. This will alter the way you deal with quiet forever. The reality is much more complicated, especially with modern women who receive an overwhelming amount of attention from social media DMS to random likes and comments. In today's fast-paced dating culture, silence is frequently misinterpreted when a woman doesn't call or text you first. Most men assume that she isn't interested. Her phone is often ringing with people trying to get her attention, so your silence might not even seem strange to her. But here's the worst part. A woman's silence is frequently more about assessing your reaction than it is about showing disinterest. It may be an unspoken assessment of your emotional maturity. How to tell if you're the type of man who gets scared and starts chasing, recognizing her silence, the real reasons, or the type that stays calm and confident. Women are attracted to men who project stability and confidence, and how you respond to these quiet times can make or ruin her opinion of you. Instead of taking her silence as rejection, try to reinterpret it. Consider it a chance to show off your power and poise. When you allow your fears to dictate your behavior, such as by texting her twice to inquire whether you're angry or why you haven't responded, you're expressing that you don't think you're worth it. Women pick this up right away, and it's a huge turn-off. Instead, take a step back and give her space to miss you. This doesn't mean you're ignoring her. Rather, it shows her that you're confident enough in yourself to be okay without her constant approval. When you project calm and confidence in the face of her silence, you instantly look more attractive. 2. Pull back to change the dynamic power. One of the biggest dating mistakes men make nowadays is overcompensating when a woman pulls away and stops texting. Many men panic and bombard her inbox with messages, asking her how she's doing, sending good morning texts, or even sending memes to lighten the mood. These well-meaning attempts come across as needy and desperate, and nothing turns a woman off more quickly than desperation. So you need to know if this is the person who cares. In any relationship, less is in control if she's how to change the balance of power to your advantage. It's your responsibility to match her energy level rather than surpass it. Don't call or text. Pulling back isn't about playing games. It's about restoring balance to the interaction. Think of it this way: if she's giving 20% effort and you're giving 100%, you're creating a dynamic where she feels overwhelmed and frankly turned off. The solution is simple: focus on yourself. When you pull back, it shows her that you're not dependent on her attention to feel validated. You're signaling that you have a life full of purpose, goals and passions that don't revolve around her. Women find this incredibly attractive because it aligns with their desire for a man who is strong and self-sufficient. This doesn't mean ghosting her or cutting her off entirely. If she reaches out, respond, just don't be overly eager or available. Keep your communications brief and allow her to approach you more organically. Pulling back changes the balance of power in your favor by generating a feeling of mystery that will entice her to approach you. 3. Intentionally distance yourself from her so that she will miss you. When done properly, detachment is very effective because modern women are accustomed to constant communication, from endless text chains to social media notifications, and they rarely feel as though someone is removing themselves. When you step back and stop pursuing, you create a void that compels her to notice your absence. But here's the key: Women are extremely perceptive and can pick up on inauthentic energy, so if you're stepping back with the only intention of making her chase you, she'll make you miss you without chasing. Instead, your detachment needs to be motivated by genuine self-respect. Use this time to work on bettering yourself. Go to the gym, develop a new ability, or focus more on your professional objectives. Share sporadic updates on social media about your accomplishments or noteworthy events. Not to make her jealous, rather to show her that your life is thriving without her constant involvement. When she sees that you're busy and fulfilled, it will naturally spark her curiosity. The goal is to put your own development and happiness first, which will make you more appealing rather than to punish her for her quiet or trick her into missing you. Women are hardwired to respect and admire men who are focused on their purpose. By detaching with purpose, you become the man she can't stop thinking about. 4. Set boundaries without explaining. If there's one thing that separates high-value men from the rest, it's their ability to set boundaries in today's dating scene. Many men are so scared of losing a woman's interest that they let her walk all over them. They reply to texts right away, cancel plans to accommodate her, and put her needs ahead of their own. Although this may seem like the right thing to do, it actually sends the message that your time and energy aren't valuable. Boundaries are important because they communicate self-respect. For instance, if she texts you after days of silence, don't feel the need to explain why you haven't reached out. You don't owe her a thorough explanation of how you've been busy or why you didn't text. Instead, be straightforward and confident. If she asks why you've been quiet, a response like, "I've been focused on some personal goals lately," is enough. That by responding calmly and succinctly, you demonstrate to her that you are not at her mercy. Women admire guys who don't compromise and who maintain their priorities. Establishing commanding boundaries. Respect their self-worth for attention. Keep in mind that boundaries aren't about excluding her. They're about making sure you're treated with the same respect you give. 5. Elevate your own value in her eyes. This is a difficult pill to swallow. If she's not reaching out, it's possible that she doesn't see you as a high-value option in her life, and that's okay. You can change that. The important thing is to use this time to increase your value in her eyes, not by pursuing her, but by improving yourself. Start by identifying areas of your life that could use some improvement. Are you stagnating in your career or ignoring your fitness? Do you lack interests or hobbies? After you've determined them, make a commitment to changing them in a noticeable way. Enroll in a fitness course, launch a side business, or pick up a new skill. The objective is to become a man who is not only attractive, but also inspirational. When you increase your value, other women will notice as well, which is where things get interesting, because women are inherently competitive, and when they see other women noticing you, it will make her want to pay attention to you as well. 6. Increasing your value isn't just about impressing her. It's also about creating a life that is so fulfilling that she feels inspired to be a part of it. The secret of keeping her guesses is a very effective instrument. Increasing your value while she's silent. In today's society, particularly in the context of modern dating, when so many people share updates about their life on social media, the idea of keeping something to yourself has become nearly alien, which is precisely why it has such an impact. When you're too open about your intentions or too available, you take away the curiosity that keeps her interested. Mystery is about striking a balance between sharing just enough to pique her interest and keeping back enough to leave her wondering. A man who maintains an air of mystery stands out because he's different from the others and doesn't broadcast every detail of his day or every thought that crosses his mind, and that alone makes him intriguing. For instance, when she inquires about your weekend plans, say something like, "I have some exciting plans lined up. It's going to be a great weekend," rather than giving her a detailed itinerary. She considers what you're doing, who you're with, and why you're confident enough to keep her in the dark after hearing this straightforward response. She won't feel the need to work for your attention if you're always responding right away or going above and beyond to make plans. Mystery isn't just about what you say, it's also about how you act. By occasionally leaving her in the dark, whether it's by not responding to a text right away or being evasive about your schedule, you create anticipation. Contemporary women are attracted to men who appear to have layers to reveal. The more you keep her wondering, the more involved she will get. The strength of mysteries. By keeping her guessing as she tries to figure you out, you can capitalize on her curiosity. 7 strategies for developing emotional fortitude in contemporary relationships. Women today deal with a steady stream of contacts and are eager to see how males manage rejection or uncertainty, so emotional resilience is not just important, it is necessary. When she doesn't call or text you first, it can be easy to feel angry or even insecure. But instead of expressing your disappointment or double texting her, take a step back and concentrate on your own development. If you can't remain calm when things don't go your way, you'll quickly lose her respect. Being emotionally resilient is being able to withstand interpersonal turbulence without allowing it to start, by changing your perspective of silence from one of rejection to one of self-worth. Consider it to be a neutral occasion. Silence doesn't necessarily indicate disinterest. It could indicate that she is preoccupied, distracted, or even testing your reaction. Take advantage of these opportunities to develop your patience and self-confidence by doing things that make you happy or further your development, such as going to the gym, picking up a new skill, or hanging out with encouraging people. Modern women find a man who can remain composed under duress to be quite attractive. Emotional resilience demonstrates your independence from outside approval and your confidence in your identity. The more you practice this, the stronger, and increasing your emotional resilience in contemporary dating makes you a master of music. Absence of reaction. One of the biggest mistakes men make is to overreact when a woman stops talking. This can include bombarding her phone with texts, overanalyzing her behavior, or posting something passive-aggressive on social media. On the other hand, learning to master the art of non-reaction is one of the most effective strategies you can use when she doesn't text or call. When she doesn't respond, resist the urge to respond right away with impatience or frustration. Instead, do nothing at all. This shows her that you're emotionally stable, and don't rely on her communication to feel good about yourself. Women are drawn to men who maintain composure in tense circumstances because it conveys maturity and confidence. If she takes hours to respond, for instance, you don't need to match her silence with annoyance or bring it up the next time you speak. Instead, just carry on as if it doesn't bother you. Your composed manner conveys a clear message. Non-reaction doesn't mean being passive or indifferent. It means choosing not to act out of impulse or emotion. Her behavior doesn't dictate how you feel. Women in the modern world are surrounded by men. Non-reaction, the art of staying calm. When you demonstrate that you are different and capable of handling her, those who react emotionally to everything, being silent with grace makes you stand out right away. In any relationship, it's important to establish and uphold your own standards. In today's dating environment, where many men lower their expectations to maintain a woman's attention if she isn't making an effort or attending to your needs, this is even more crucial. Don't settle for men who know their value and have firm boundaries. Modern women respect them. Maintaining your standards doesn't imply being strict or domineering. Rather, it means being clear about what you want and refusing to put up with behavior that doesn't fit with your values. For instance, if she constantly cancels plans at the last minute or only texts when it suits, you have every right to address it or leave if nothing changes. When you stick to your standards, you're communicating that you're a high-value man who won't settle for less. Women are drawn to men who have a strong sense of self and who don't compromise their morals in order to maintain a relationship. By maintaining your standards, you establish a dynamic where she respects you more, and frequently that respect develops into deeper attraction. 10. Make her put forth effort to get your attention. One of the most valuable things you can give someone is attention, but in today's dating world, it's frequently given too freely. If you text her all the time, like every post she makes, or make yourself too available, she won't feel the need to earn your attention, and when attention is too easy to obtain, it loses its value and should be earned. This doesn't mean being manipulative or playing games. Rather, it implies appreciating your time and effort. For example, if she hasn't been texting, don't start a lengthy chat right away. Instead, keep your responses brief and interesting without going excessive. Let her realize that your attention is something special, not something she can take for granted. Modern women are more likely to appreciate a man who makes them feel like they've earned his interest. It creates a sense of balance in the relationship and ensures that she values your time and effort just as much as you value hers. Like, comment and subscribe for more insights. Let me know your thoughts below. See you next time.